when I started with Zangi, our first belt, our white belt, was Tracy Kempo.
You told me this story. This is cool, guys.
Everything was empty hand. It was Kempo. We go to first orange belt, which was the next belt up. It was all modern Arnis and stick work, single stick. When we go to second orange, now it begins to mix, and sometimes you have a stick and sometimes you don't. Sometimes both of you are sticks, sometimes both of you are empty hand, or somebody has introduced a knife, and now you're cutting back and forth in your defenses based on what's most convenient to you, the defender, or you, the attacker, not what system am I doing. So we went in and out, back and forth, from second orange through first black. It was interchangeable.
Now, was it for brown or for black that you had to learn another martial art?
Oh,
yeah, I think that is the coolest thing ever, especially for me as a mixed martial art. I've only got like 12% of anything in my martial art. It comprises of so many different things. And so learning the other 88% of something helps put everything, my 12% into context, helps me understand it better. And so his martial art had that already built in, which I think is cool as all get out. Anyway, I'll let him talk.
Yeah, and then for second brown, Zangi would send us, there were 4 instructors he worked with. He would send, when you reached second brown, you had to leave fighting back and go to some other school, one of 4 schools that he worked with. And you had to learn a different art. You had to take their introductory or mid-level training. Very often it would go introduction and mid-level because you already had some training. But you had to leave his school. There was no choice. You were not going to get a black belt if you didn't leave. And I wanted to go to an Ishinru school. And he told me no. I said, but I want to do this. I want to study with this instructor. I really want to do this. And he said, no, you're going to work with Master 10, and you're going to take Tai Chi. I was like, what? I don't want that garbage. What are you talking about? He said, well, it's that or nothing. So I go to Master 10. He, says, well, come on in, sit down, and we talk. He said, I understand you didn't want to come over here. I said, no, sir, I did not. I said, but I'm here. He said, well, young man, I'm going to show you some things, and I think you'll change your mind before you leave. Well, I found out why they called him the Ghost. That was his nickname around the city in martial arts circles. Because you sparred with him and you couldn't find the man. He's in front of you and all of a sudden he's on the side or he's behind you and you're looking at, how the hell did... Now he's supposed to be Tai Chi. This is supposed to be nice, smooth, flow. Oh, it was. But with impact. With impact. I'm telling you, Michael, I had bruised ribs. The first 3 or 4 weeks I was here, I had badly bruised ribs.
I can believe it.
Because when he went past, boom! Boom! He said, you didn't defend me very well.
It's like, how could I? You were over there. Stay in one place. Can't hit a moving target.
But the nice part was he showed me very, very dramatically how Tai Chi our knees and Kempo were all connected.
Actually reminds me of the first time I did an interview with Lama, who's the Tai Chi Chuan guy, super knowledgeable. He about hit me with a stick twice, just because he was trying to point, and I was like, oh. The photos are right here. He's like, it's over there. I'm like, oh crap.
Well,
that man always has a stick with him.
And I learned going through the Tai Chi form, and it was the 24 short form.
Okay.
I learned very quickly that some of the things I was doing in our knees and Kempo were in Tai Chi. They were done slowly because they were exercise, but they were also martial applications. And some of what was in there was disguised. It was like an extra move, or two moves were put in on the same posture. They were there for disguise. They're not practical. But you remove those, and all of a sudden I'm doing Kempo, or I'm doing our knees. My favorite was the wild horse parts its mane.
Okay.
In Tai Chi, that's what it's called. Tai Chi.
Yeah. I know Kung Fu has a lot of names.
Yang style, wild horse parts its mane. It was Remy Priestess's diving throw. All of the same posture. Right? And you're using your hip against the other guy's hip. You're pushing your arm across his chest to kind of lean him back, and you make a throw.
I know what you're talking about. But if you train with me, you've done the same throw. I just call it the Santa Claus takedown.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
It's the same stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you know Tai Chi now.
I sometimes would surprise my students, even some of my more experienced students. I would sometimes surprise them by going into a Tai Chi type of movement, and they go, "Where'd that come from?" I said, "Well, it's in there. It's built in there." And then I found out many years later, Al Tracy did Tai Chi.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. He did Yang style Tai Chi.